let's get into Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey is I'm not gonna say Jim Carrey's a GOAT. Let's just put that out there. He's in the conversation. One of the funniest guys ever, improv and everything. There was a period where people thought he was crazy. People thought there was something wrong with him, like suicide or that type of stuff. Like they thought he was supposed to be out of here. Now, he said something on the red carpet some years back, and it got people wondering, like, what's going on with Jim? I was young, and I didn't quite understand it. I saw the video resurface again, and it made me think. I was like, maybe he's not entirely wrong with what he said. Let's see here's what Jim Carrey said. And some of you guys are going to remember this video, but here's what Jim said.
Jim Carrey, yes.
What?
I've covered a lot of fashion weeks. This is the first time I've run into Jim Carrey. Wait, tell me, is it true you're wandering the streets? You need a date to the party? What's up?
No. I'm doing just fine. I just, there's no meaning to any of this. So I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am.
They're celebrating.
I mean, you got to admit it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe in
icons, boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we could come up with. It's like icons. Do you believe in icons? I don't believe in personalities. I don't believe that you exist, but there is a wonderful fragrance in the air.
You don't believe certain icons have the power to make change, to think differently, to be bold, to inspire others? Artistry? You're one of them.
On the good foot. Ha! Yeah. You shut it down now. Yeah, no, I don't believe in icons. I don't believe in personalities. I believe that peace lies beyond personality, beyond invention and disguise, beyond the red S that you wear on your chest that makes bullets bounce off. I believe that it's deeper than that. I believe we're a field of energy dancing for itself. And I don't care.
But Jim, you got really dressed up for the occasion. You look good.
No, I didn't.
Was that an
get dressed
accident?
up. I didn't get dressed up.
Who did?
There is no me.
There's no you.
No.
We're not here. This is a dream?
There's just things happening. And there are clusters of tetrahedrons moving around together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's happening in our world right now? Because there is a lot of news that actually is relevant that's not that
Here's
uplifting.
the thing. It's not our world.
None
That's
of
the
this is
key.
real?
Nope.
So you're just passing
We don't
through.
matter. We don't matter.
Oh, wow.
There's the good news.
Okay.
So, if you guys look at the banner at the bottom, you guys know what what I believe and what most people who come to this channel believe. What are our ideologies? I'm a Christian, I'm a child of God, I'm a believer of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So, with that being stated, let's have this conversation. What Jada said. He must be doing another movie and still in character. He tends to do this. At times, some actors do that. Some actors do that, but I think Jim Carrey is just great at what he does, to the point you're not going to get a thespian out of him. Not to say he can't be a thespian, but it's the fact that this is who he is. So I'm not going to say he's going in between roles, because he usually plays the same character in multiple movies. You can go to Ace Ventura. You can go to my favorite Jim Carrey movie, which is Liar Liar. The last three Sonic the Hedgehog movies. You're going to get the same Jim Carrey. And Kevin Hart is the same thing as well. I don't need to be a thespian. I just need to be me. And this is what bringing all these opportunities to me. So now I'm going to bring that same me to the big screen, and let's do business together. That's my belief. I think that was genuinely Jim Carrey. So whenever that red carpet was, I didn't understand what he was saying. I didn't, not to the point where I said, oh, he lost his mind. I was just like, oh, I didn't get it. And I just kept it moving. When that came up and I listened to it, and I was like, oh, whether he believes that or not, what he said makes sense. Like none of this matters in the grand scheme of things. This I got on, I look good, and I'll tell you why I got it on. But at the end of the day, in comparison to something bigger, it doesn't matter. What he's saying is none of this matters at all. But look how we're glorifying it. Like, oh, we have all the celebrities here. It's like, so what? There's something bigger than all of us. There's something bigger that is, like you said, beyond the invention of the skies, which I think is him saying God is in control of all of this. And the grand scheme of things, we do not matter because there's something bigger happening. There's something else going on that is bigger and more valuable than this, than what we choose to celebrate. And when that hit me, I was like, wow. What a difference of education and experience I had to go through to understand that he's absolutely right. When people try to write him off as crazy, he's actually a freaking genius, that guy is. And most comedians are. But because they are wrapped around the bubble of being funny, it's like no one's going to take them serious. What Jim Carrey said was actually spot on. And those who didn't get it, I won't get on them too hard because at first I didn't get it, but I asked the brother. But what he said is spot on, and I agree. I came to that realization a few years ago. Like we don't matter because everything is in God's hands anyway. So why do we put our faith and our beliefs in God's hands? Because He's in control of all of this. There's so many layers to that I understood as an adult that I had to go through to figure that out. And I was like, wow, that man. See, I always respect comedians because they are geniuses. Philosophers, scholars, I would say. Well, he stayed in character during the movie for Dark Crimes and Men on the Moon. Lived the character all day and not just on set. So I don't know. There are characters who do that. Excuse me. There are actors who do that as well. I know. Well, I know he's a ops to the culture, but the first person that comes to my mind is Diddy. I don't remember what it was. I think it was Carlito's Way or something. There was some role he played. He stood in that. He stood in a character like that all the time. So even want people to dress him as a name so he can get used to it. But yeah, I know. Yeah, actors do that a lot. So I do understand that. Wouldn't surprise me, but I think with Jim Carrey, that is him. Now, unless you're saying he never got out of that character, I don't know, 20 or 30 years later, then that will be a interesting conversation, to say the least. But yeah, Jim Carrey is not crazy, ladies and gentlemen. He was very much accurate. The things we glorify doesn't have value. It means nothing. So what are you stressing for? Like in the case of me, I'll be honest, I was stressing hard. And like I said, we'll get to, I'll go in details with this on why I'm wearing this, because this goes hand in hand together. But I was stressing hard about a particular period of my life, and only to overcome it and be like, it never mattered to begin with. Granted, I had to have people in my circle who has walked through what I walked through and had to tell me it doesn't matter, you're going to be fine, even at times when I didn't believe it. But here I am today, because I decided to put my attention into what's stressing me versus to put it into who could ultimately help me with my problem, which is God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So that's something I had to learn, and because I learned that, everything Jim Carrey said was spot on and right on the money. That calling Jim Carrey crazy, we can't do that. We cannot do that at all, not at all. So, shout out to Jim Carrey, shout out to the legend.